Hi, I'm Nate with Average Egg Archery Pro Shop and Range here in Phillipsburg, PA, and it's Mathews launch day. 4 brand new bows and a brand new sight, a collaboration between UltraView and Mathews. And I, for the life of me, cannot figure out how this thing is worth $700. Now, I'm all for high-end equipment. I'm all for fancy things, fresh accessories, collaborations between companies. I think it's a great thing for the archery industry. However, there are certain limitations and lines that I won't cross, and this is one of them. And as a dealer and as a shooter, I've got some gripes with this sight. I have some pleasant surprises with it, but let's take a deep dive into it, move the camera around, and show you all the ins and outs of the new UltraView Mathews Slider. Packaging is, of course, very nice from Mathews and UltraView, what you would come to expect. Really nice hard case. All the things have the pockets on the inside and comes with all the little things and trinkets and everything you'd need. We'll get to some of that here in a second. It does come with the high vis ring. Again, we'll get to that in a second. And the charging USB-C cable that allows you to actually charge the battery for the light kit. We'll throw that out of the way. The sight goes together very simply, right? You loosen this up just like any other UV slider you might be familiar with. We'll put it together here. This is going to come all the way and roll all the way off. Takes a little bit of finagling. Got to make sure that brake is off, and you got to make sure you don't gouge yourselves here. These are very sharp little pins. But to put this together is very simple. We're going to loosen up the brake. Just going to slide her on here. You'll hear the click. There it goes. And now this can freely go up and down the track. Some very nice features on this sight that you would expect out of a high-end sight. We have a positive stop up here, so that way when you get to a particular point, that is always your 20 yards. It is adjustable, and there are multiple gang sight screw holes here to allow you to fit this where exactly you need it to be. This cartridge will come in multiple pin configurations. This is the 5-pin they ship to all the dealers. So this track down on the inside here allows you to have multiple pin indicators. This one only has the one in there. You can run the tape on the inside. You can run the tape on the outside. It does have, like I said, the lock up here. It's a very smooth function. I will give UltraView some serious props. That is one of the smoothest sliding sights on the market, if not the smoothest sliding sight on the market. So we'll give them credit there. The locking mechanism is nice. It's right up here. It's nice and tactile. You don't have to fish for a little dial in here. And then pretty much everything stops. That's pretty much as far as I can get here without being very excited. First, second, third axis is all back here. You would expect that on anything over $250. It's going to have a first, second, and third axis, so that's nothing special. Positive stop, again, nothing special. Dual sight tapes, again, nothing special. Micro adjust windage for left and right. Pull the knob out, and you can move your housing both left and right there. Again, nothing special. Anything over $250 from any manufacturer is going to have all those features and more. It does have the integrated light here, so you can turn that on. You see all 5 pins light up. It does have multiple settings. When it gets to its lowest, it will flash, letting you know that you are on the lowest setting. In order to turn it off, you have to hold down the button and it will turn off. As far as I can tell in the instructions, there is no timer here that automatically turns that off after a certain amount of time, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. There are $30 little twist lights that have multiple stages, and they have 15, 30-minute timers on them. Why, at least in the instructions here, I can't see anything on that being on a timer. And that's a huge drawback, because if you forget to turn this off, sure, it is rechargeable, but on a $700 sight, this should have the ability to turn itself off automatically. The cartridges are nice. That's also something we've seen from UltraView in the past. These set screws are loosened, so this is just a cartridge that pops in and out. Of course, you have the light here on the back going through the settings. Right, there's your lowest flash there. In order to turn it off, you got to hold the button down. Right, so you can get this in the 1-pin, the 3-pin vertical, 3-pin horizontal, the 5-pin horizontal, etc. It's just a quick swap in and out. But they don't sell all the cartridges with it. You have to buy them separately. So it's not something like, oh yeah, you get 5 sights in one. No, you only get 1 sight, and then you have to buy the cartridges separately. I think my biggest and absolute gripiest complaint with this is that, sure, here we are, we loosen this up, and this is very smooth and free-flowing, okay? I put the lock on, and this is nothing at all, and it moves. Like, I'm not reefing on it, it moves. With the brake on. Loosen the brake, nice and easy, sure. Put the brake on, and it moves. Like, why does it move? It should not move. A $700 sight, you put that down, that should not, I should have to bang this off the table to get that to move. And I can just, that's really unfortunate to me. Maybe I have a lemon here, but that should not move that easily. It's almost like it's meant to have the brake on. That's how easily I can move that. That's very, very disappointing. Between the light, the fact the brake is not really braking, it really is just, I don't know. It's not as great as I thought it was going to be. Of course, all the instructions from UltraView are always amazing. They do a really good job of laying everything out, so it is basically dummy proof. You cannot break this unless you deliberately don't read the instructions and try to break it. It even gives you different sighting in, how to sight in instructions, so on and so forth for all the different cartridges. So it's not one sight specific, it's all the sights here. That's nice. Sight tapes. Why does a $700 sight have sticker sight tapes? Stickers! I mean, there are $200 sights from other companies that have the metal sight tapes. You already have a metal sight tape here to bolt on and off. Just give us metal sight tapes. The thing is $700, and we have sticker sight tapes. Sure, they give you the left-handed and the right-handed ones. That's all well and good. They give you the tape adjustment ones. But sticker sight tapes. Give me metal sight tapes, man. Like, I want to be able to just screw it on, put a new sight tape on, screw it off. I shouldn't have to peel off and peel on for a $700 sight, a sight tape. That is astronomically absurd. I don't get it at all. All your hardware is included. That's really nice. This sight can only work in the Mathews Bridge-Lock system. There is no dovetail bracket, so this can't mount to any other bow. So they do include an extra screw here. The screw will come with your Mathews bow when you want to integrate it. It can go into any of the Mathews Bridge-Lock bows. That's really nice. But again, it's only for the Mathews Bridge-Lock. So you've got a $700 sight that only goes on one bow, sticker sight tapes, battery that doesn't shut itself off, and with the wheel locked down, it can still move like that's how stiff it should be. I'm disappointed. I'm very, very, very disappointed. As a shop owner, as a shooter, as a hunter, as a not a professional shooter, but a very high-end amateur shooter, I would expect more from UltraView, and I would expect more out of a $700 sight. Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's very well built. It's very light, very short and compact. But out of this price point, I would expect more.